The weekend had finally arrived, and with it came the rare kind of freedom both Clara and Elena cherished. Neither had early work the next day, no deadlines hovering, no errands demanding their attention. Just the evening, the apartment, and each other. The small living room was alive with warmth. A half-finished puzzle sprawled across the coffee table. Clara's sketchbook lay abandoned on the couch, and a single lamp glowed beside the window. Outside, the world slowed under a canopy of stars, but inside, the night belonged only to them. Elena sat cross-legged on the carpet, brow furrowed as she tried to find where a tricky blue piece fit. Clara, perched on the couch, watched her with amusement. "You've been staring at the same piece for 10 minutes, Clara teased. "I'm analyzing," Elena countered without looking up. "You're overthinking," Clara said, slipping down from the couch. She knelt beside her, resting her chin lightly on Elena's shoulder. "It obviously goes right there." Elena turned, pretending to glare. "You don't even like puzzles." "Nope," Clara said with a grin, pressing a kiss to her cheek. "But I like you." "And I like bothering you while you focus." Elena couldn't help laughing. She gave up on the piece and leaned back against Clara's chest. "You're terrible." "I'm perfect," Clara corrected. A little while later, Elena's stomach growled loudly, breaking the moment. Clara raised her eyebrows. "Was that thunder or you?" Elena blushed. "Me? Don't laugh," Clara pulled her up. "Come on, midnight snack time." The two of them wandered into the kitchen, hand in hand. Clara opened the fridge while Elena hopped onto the counter, swinging her legs playfully. "There's leftover pasta and strawberries," Clara announced. "Perfect combination," Elena said with mock seriousness. "Gourmet chef's choice." Clara plated the pasta while Elena picked through the strawberries, pretending to inspect each one before dramatically feeding them to Clara. They laughed until Clara nearly choked on a berry. "You're going to kill me one day," Clara said between coughs, smiling. "And then I'll inherit all your art supplies," Elena replied with a wicked grin. After they ate, Elena tugged Clara toward the fire escape. "Let's go up," she whispered. "At this hour?" Clara asked. "Exactly." The stars are brighter when no one else is looking. They climbed carefully, the cool night air brushing against their skin. When they reached the rooftop, the city stretched out before them, lights scattered like constellations below, while real stars glimmered above. Elena spread her jacket on the concrete and pulled Clara down beside her. They lay side by side, their fingers intertwining naturally. "Tell me something you've never told anyone," Elena said suddenly, turning her head to look at Clara. Clara thought for a moment, then whispered, "Sometimes I paint versions of us. Not realistic portraits, but dream versions. Us in places we've never been, like Venice or Tokyo. I keep them hidden in my studio." Elena's eyes softened. "Why hidden?" "Because they're just for me. For when I miss you. For when I need to remind myself how much I love you." Elena was quiet, touched in a way words couldn't explain. Finally, she leaned over and kissed Clara gently, her lips lingering as if trying to pour her own unspoken feelings into the moment. Back inside, the clock ticked past midnight. They curled up on the couch together, a blanket draped over them. Clara rested with her head against Elena's shoulder, tracing absent patterns along her arm. "Do you ever think about forever?" Clara asked softly. "All the time," Elena replied without hesitation. "But only with you in it." Clara lifted her head, searching her girlfriend's face. "Really? Really?" Elena said firmly. "I can't picture a life without you. Even the boring parts, the grocery shopping, the laundry. I want all of it. Because it means I get to do it with you. Clara's eyes grew misty, and she buried her face against Elena's chest. You always know exactly what to say. That's because I mean it. They stayed like that, whispering about little dreams and big ones, trips they wanted to take, a small cottage they imagined sharing, even what their first dog might be named. Every word wove their futures tighter together. Eventually, the puzzle on the table sat unfinished. The sketchbook lay forgotten, and the kitchen was still warm with the smell of strawberries. But none of it mattered. Wrapped in each other's arms on the couch, the world outside faded. Their laughter, their whispers, their kisses, all of it filled the night with a kind of magic that only love could create. As Elena's breathing slowed into sleep, Clara brushed a kiss across her forehead and whispered, "This is all I'll ever need." And under the quiet hum of the city and the watchful glow of the stars, their free time became timeless.